Okay, today we will give an introduction for our AutoTFF system. Okay, for the AutoTFF system, the main function is based on the recycling loop. First, we will see this is the recycle tank, which the volume is 1 liter, and after in the recycle tank we have agitator here, and then we have a wedging here. And after the recycling tank, we were going to the feeding pump. This feeding pump is with the speed of maximum 700 ml per minute. And then we go to the feed pump pressure detector. And after the pressure detector, we were going to the memory holder. And then we're going back to another vintage pressure detector. And then we're going to the connectivity detector, and this is a PCV valve to control the recycling pressure. And then it will back to the recycle vessel. So this is the recycling loop in the system. So when the liquid is recycling in the loop, and here will be the permeate parts. So we can say it's fit out after the memory. So we can detect the permeate pressure, and we can detect the pH, we can detect the conductivity, we can detect the UV. And finally, we can add one permeate pump after the memory. And here is the wedging module to detect the weight of the permeate products. Okay, and before the recycling loop, we have a transfer unit here. We have the transfer pump connected with the transfer valve. That means you can automatically feed the sample into the recycle tank to realize the automatic running for the concentration or filtration. Okay, in the recycling loop, we have the valves. Here we can realize the automatic harvest of the products with these tubes. This is for harvest. Okay, and we also have the leaking detector here to detect if the system is leaking. There will be alarm in the system. And for the memory holder, now is installed with 0.1 square meter memory, and maximum this holder can install 5 pieces of it. So it depends on the requirement of the clients. All the system is controlled by the IPC which is installed in the system. Here is the IPC. Okay, now we will introduce for the control software for the AutoTFF system. This is the control interface. Here is divided into different parts. This part is for the curves drawing. We can shoot different figures which have detected by the system, which like the temperature, flow rate, pressure, and a lot of detector we can detect in the system. And here is for the flow path parts. In the flow path, it shows the real-time flow path of the system, and we can control easily for each part by the click. Okay, for example, if we click for the recycling tanks, we can set for the mixer speed, we can set the alarm of the weighing. If I click for the pumps, we can set a flow rate for the system. Okay, after I set a flow rate in the system, we can see here the flow path is going to the pressure of the feeding pump, and we're going to the memory holder, and we're going to the pH detector, we're going to the pressure detector of the retentate, and we're going to the detector of the conductivity, and we're going to the PCV valve, which is to control the system pressure, and then we're going to the valve, and finally we're going back to the recycling tank. So in the permit parts, we're going to the pressure detector, we're going to the UV detector, we're going to the conductivity, pH, and finally we're going to the collection bottle, which is on the weighing to detect the weight of the system. Okay, so if we click on the pressure detector, we can set the alarm, and we can set the DMP, and we can set any figure related to the pressure setting. And if we click for the conductivity sensor, we can set the alarm, any figure which is related to the conductivity. So actually in the manual control, it is very easy to control by just a click on the flow path, or even we can maximum it, and it's much more easy to control by the manual. Okay, this is the flow path part, and this is for the system logging. It will record each operation in the system, and which is meet the CFR per 11 of the requirement. Okay, this is the manual control parts. Another function of our system is for the automatic running, which is based on the method editing. Okay, we click the method, and we can set a new method by add. Set a new method. Okay, and then this is the method setting parts, and we can set the basic figure of the system, and this is setting for the alarm of this method. After setting, we click to the next. So in the recipe parts, we have the filling, water, flex test, CIP, clarification, diffiltration, concentration, harvest, flush, TMP optimization first. Okay, we can easily just pour by each recipe, like filling, like the CIP, and then we do a water flex test, and then we're going to this, and diffiltration and harvest, and then finally flush it, and then okay, this is a simple setting for the automatic running method, and we click next, and then we setting for each part by the details, and then we will generate automatic method. So the advantage is by the automatic running of the system, you do not need engineer to focus on the system. let it automatically running. So it saves the engineer and saves the manpower. So it's very effective. Okay, we cancel it. Okay, and finally, besides the manual control and the automatic control, we have the setting. Here we can set for the report, for the alarms, for the configuration, and for the calibration. Our system can have all the sensors to calibrate online, so it's very convenient. And then we can set the information of the future, and there's the information audit trail and rule and users. This is the requirement for the user management by the CFR Part 11. And here we can switch the user. Okay, that's all the introduction for the software. Generally, so it's a very easy control by manual, and it can totally automatic running system. Okay, that's all.